Welcome to New School Yoga. I'm Angela Brown. Thank you so much for taking time to join me and do this half moon sequence today. Now more than ever, it's so important for us to take time daily to find that space of peace and love within ourselves so that we can send that peace and love and compassion back out into the world. Not just energetically, but also through the things that we say and the things that we do. And yoga is a beautiful tool for finding that space. With that said, if you have a block today or something like a block, you might want to have it handy for our half moon pose. Even a stack of books or something would be fine. It doesn't need to be fancy. Mine has tooth marks, like bite marks from a teething toddler, whatever. You just need something to bring the floor up a little closer to your hand, okay? Let's do it. Let's get on the mat. Thanks for joining me. Let's start by finding your version of a comfy seat today. And when you get there, take a few deep breaths. Just arriving here on your mat in the present moment, choosing to show up for your practice today. Now we'll ease into a side stretch by reaching your left hand up and over to the right. And then when you're ready, just take your time switching sides. So reaching the right hand overhead this time, feeling a nice stretch through the right side of your body. Good, and just release that. And then take your time coming into a tabletop position. So on your hands and knees. And we'll get lined up here. So make sure your shoulders are lined up over your wrists. Your hips are lined up over your knees. You have a flat back, a neutral spine. Take a breath here, really rooting down through your hands and the backs of your feet. And on your next inhale, go ahead and drop the belly, open the chest, look up for cow pose. And then as you exhale, curve the spine in the opposite direction, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone for cat pose. On your inhale, return to cow pose. On your exhale, curve the spine back to cat pose. Then go ahead and inhale back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, we'll make our way to downward facing dog by tucking the toes under and pressing the hips up and back. Your heels are dropping toward the mat. The spine is long. Hands are really pressing evenly into the mat. Spread the fingers out wide. We'll stay here for a moment so you can really check in with your breath here. Breathing deeply. Good. On your next inhale, look up between your hands and then exhale as you step up to a forward fold. We'll hold here, really feeling a stretch through the back of your legs. You can sway side to side if you like. You can cross your arms. And then when you're ready, just very slowly roll all the way up to standing. Take a deep breath here in mountain pose with your arms at your sides. On your next inhale, reach both hands up. And on an exhale, bring both arms wide as you twist to the right. Hold here. And on your next inhale, return to center as you bring both arms overhead. And then exhale to switch sides, bringing the arms wide again as you twist to the left this time. And then inhale as you return to center. Arms reach up again. And exhale just to release the arms here, back to mountain pose. Okay, our next pose is triangle pose. So to set up, we'll step back with the left foot and line up the heel of your front foot with the arch of your back foot. Bring your arms out wide and then reach toward the front of your mat and lower, bringing your front hand to your shin or your foot or even the floor. Your left arm is reaching up to the sky or the ceiling. Keep your torso nice and long here. If it feels okay on your neck, go ahead and gaze up at your left hand. All right, on your next inhale, rise up, keep the arms wide, and to switch sides, we'll just switch the feet. So turn the right toes in, the left toes out. Now this time, reach toward the back of your mat and lower into your version of triangle pose. So this time, the right hand is reaching up to the sky. Again, stay long through the torso. Remember to breathe here. Okay, on an inhale, rise back up, keep the arms wide, switch the feet again. So bring the left toes in, the right toes back out, so you're facing the front of your mat again. And for extended side angle, bend the right knee so that your knee is in line with your ankle, and bring your right forearm to the top of your right thigh as your left arm sweeps overhead. And you can reach straight up, or you can bring it closer to your ear and reach toward the front of your mat. Make sure you keep the chest open and your shoulders away from your ears. Good. As you inhale, rise back up and switch sides. So switch your feet. Bend your left knee this time. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh. The right arm reaches overhead toward the back of your mat. Keep the chest nice and open. On your next inhale, rise back up and return to mountain pose, standing at the top of your mat. All right, now take a deep inhale here, bringing the arms down, around, and up. Bring your palms together. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Okay, to help us set up for our peak pose, half moon pose, we're going to return to triangle pose briefly. So this is where you might want to have your block or some kind of block substitute handy. Go ahead and step back with your left foot again. Line up left heel to right arch and come back into triangle pose. Okay, now to make our way to half moon, go ahead and look down at the floor, soften through the right knee. You can bring your left hand to your hip. Go ahead and place your right hand on the floor if you like, or this is where you can place your hand on a block or some other object or tool that can kind of bring that floor up a little closer to you. Then you can start to press into the right foot, step the left foot in about halfway, and then when you feel ready, start to let the back leg float up. open the hips for this pose. And if you feel ready, you can reach the left arm up, opening up the chest here. Be sure to keep a soft bend in your standing leg. Balance, breathe here. This is tricky, so if you fall out of the pose or you're a little wobbly or shaky, just catch yourself, make your way back into the pose. See if you can hold for a few steady breaths here. And then just gently release in a way that feels safe and comfortable for you. Okay, to switch sides, we'll set up triangle facing the back of the mat. So left toes are turned out, turn the right toes in. And then when you feel ready, we'll make our way into half moon on the other side. So this time you're balancing on the left leg. Open up the hips, open up the chest. And again, see if you can find your balance for a few steady breaths. Play around with using the block or not. And again, just release and return to standing at the top of your mat. Take a big inhale as you reach up. And exhale to come into a forward fold. We'll hang out here for a few moments. Relax the breath. Stretch the back of the legs. When you're ready, plant the hands, step back briefly to a plank pose. And then go ahead and drop the knees and come into child's pose. If child's pose is not a comfortable resting pose for you, then you are welcome to go right to a comfortable seat or even lie down. So in child's pose or another comfortable position, we'll tune into our breath. Letting everything go here. All right, and then just take your time coming back to a comfortable seat. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. As you inhale, imagine sending yourself love, breathing it in. And as you exhale, imagine sending that love out into the world. It might feel a little strange at first, but we're going to keep that going. So again, as you inhale, you're sending love to yourself. And as you exhale, imagine sending that love out into the world. Breathing love in and exhaling love out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. You did a great job today. I appreciate you spending time with me. Namaste.